Most of us don't spend much time thinking about what's really in the products we use or eat every day. The packaging looks appealing, the labels sound reassuring, and we assume everything is as straightforward as it seems. But the reality isn't always so simple. Some everyday products contain unexpected ingredients, undergo questionable processing, or have hidden risks that most people aren't aware of. Once you learn the truth about these items, you might think twice before buying them again. Number 1. Seafood. Seafood is often seen as a healthy and delicious choice, but the industry behind it has problems that aren't always visible. Large-scale fishing operations use massive nets that don't just catch the intended fish, they also trap dolphins, turtles, and other marine life. This unintended capture, known as bycatch, has led to declining populations of several species. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization, about 35% of the world's fish stocks are overfished, putting marine ecosystems under strain. Seafood processing can also raise concerns. Some fish are stored and transported in conditions that allow bacteria to grow, increasing the risk of contamination. Imported seafood is sometimes treated with preservatives like sodium tripolyphosphate, which helps fish retain moisture but has been linked to digestive issues in high amounts. In fish farming, antibiotics are commonly used to prevent disease outbreaks in crowded environments, leading to concerns about antibiotic resistance. Mislabeled seafood is another issue. Studies have found that cheaper fish are sometimes sold as higher quality varieties, meaning consumers aren't always getting what they paid for. Choosing sustainably sourced seafood from trusted sources is one way to ensure quality while minimizing environmental impact. Number 2. Margarine. Margarine has been promoted as a butter alternative for decades, but the way it's made raises concerns. It starts with vegetable oils like soybean, palm, or sunflower oil, which go through a process called hydrogenation to make them solid at room temperature. This process can create trans fats, which have been linked to an increased risk of heart disease. Although many brands have reduced trans fats, some still contain small amounts. To improve texture and flavor, manufacturers add emulsifiers, artificial colors, and preservatives. One common emulsifier, mono and diglycerides, may contain trace amounts of trans fats, even if the label says trans fat-free. Some brands also use BHT or butylated hydroxytoluene, a preservative flagged for potential toxicity in animal studies. Palm oil, often used in margarine, is another concern. While it helps achieve a creamy consistency, its production is linked to deforestation and habitat destruction, especially in regions like Indonesia and Malaysia. Many margarine products are also highly processed, using chemical solvents like hexane to extract oil from seeds. While the final product doesn't retain significant hexane levels, the industrial process is far from natural. Checking ingredient labels can help avoid unnecessary additives. Number 3. Breakfast cereals. Breakfast cereals are a staple in many households, often marketed as a quick and nutritious way to start the day. But a closer look at their ingredients reveals that many cereals are loaded with sugar, artificial additives, and preservatives that raise health concerns. Sugar is one of the biggest issues. Some cereals contain as much as 40% sugar by weight, making them closer to dessert than a balanced breakfast. The American Heart Association recommends that men consume no more than 36 grams of added sugar per day, and women no more than 25 grams. Yet a single bowl of some cereals can contain over 12 grams. High sugar intake is linked to weight gain, insulin resistance, and an increased risk of type 2 diabetes. Many cereals also use artificial colors and preservatives to enhance appearance and shelf life. Dyes like red 40 and yellow 5 are derived from petroleum and have been associated with hyperactivity in children. Some cereals also contain BHT or butylated hydroxytoluene, a preservative flagged for potential health risks in animal studies. Even whole grain and high fiber claims can be misleading. While some cereals contain real whole grains, many are heavily processed, stripping away natural nutrients. Checking ingredient labels and opting for less processed alternatives can make breakfast a lot healthier. Number 4. Fast food burgers. Fast food burgers may be convenient, but the way they're made raises concerns about quality, health, and hygiene. While the advertising shows fresh, juicy patties, the reality is far less appetizing. One issue is meat sourcing. Many fast food burgers contain ground beef from multiple cows, sometimes from different farms or even countries. This increases the risk of contamination and foodborne illnesses like E. coli and Salmonella. According to the CDC, ground beef is one of the most common sources of foodborne outbreaks in the US. Some chains also use lean, finely textured beef, known as pink slime, which is treated with ammonia to kill bacteria before being mixed into patties. Nutritional concerns are another factor. A single fast food burger can have over 1,000 milligrams of sodium, contributing to high blood pressure. Many also contain preservatives and artificial flavor enhancers like MSG derivatives to improve taste. The bun often includes dough conditioners and emulsifiers, which make it softer but add unnecessary chemicals to the meal. Fast food restaurants prioritize speed and efficiency, meaning burgers are mass-produced and frozen before being reheated. While occasional indulgence isn't harmful, relying on fast food burgers regularly can contribute to long-term health risks. Number 5. Artificial vanilla flavoring. Vanilla is one of the most popular flavors in the world, but what many people don't realize is that much of the vanilla-flavored food and drinks they consume don't contain real vanilla at all. Instead, many products use artificial vanilla flavoring, which is made from synthetic compounds rather than actual vanilla beans. The most common substitute is vanillin, a chemical compound that mimics the taste of vanilla. While vanillin does occur naturally in vanilla beans, most artificial vanilla is produced from wood pulp, petrochemicals, or even guaiacol, a byproduct of the paper-making process. This allows manufacturers to mass-produce vanilla flavor at a much lower cost than natural vanilla extract. Historically, another unexpected source of artificial vanilla was castoreum, a secretion from the anal glands of beavers. Though rarely used today due to cost and sourcing challenges, it was once a natural flavoring agent in vanilla-flavored foods. The FDA still classifies castoreum as a natural flavoring, meaning it doesn't have to be explicitly listed on ingredient labels. Since real vanilla beans are expensive and time-consuming to cultivate, artificial vanilla dominates the market. Checking labels for vanilla extract instead of vanilla flavoring is the best way to ensure you're getting the real thing. Number 6. Ketchup. Ketchup is one of the most common condiments, but its ingredient list reveals that it's more than just tomatoes. While it's often thought of as a simple tomato-based sauce, most store-bought ketchup contains a high amount of sugar, preservatives, and additives that make it less wholesome than it appears. One of the biggest concerns is high fructose corn syrup, or HFCS, a sweetener found in many popular ketchup brands. High fructose corn syrup has been linked to obesity, insulin resistance, and an increased risk of type 2 diabetes when consumed in excess. A single tablespoon of ketchup can contain around 4 grams of sugar, which adds up quickly considering how often people use it. Ketchup is also high in sodium, with some brands containing over 150 milligrams per tablespoon. Given how easily it's added to meals, this can contribute to excessive sodium intake, which is linked to high blood pressure and heart disease. The acidity in ketchup, mainly from vinegar and citric acid, can also aggravate acid reflux and heartburn. People with GERD or sensitive stomachs may find that ketchup worsens their symptoms. For a healthier option, some brands offer ketchup made with real ingredients and no added sugars or preservatives. Homemade ketchup is another way to control what goes into it while keeping the flavor you love. Number 7. Red food dye. Many processed foods get their bright red color from artificial food dyes, but the sources of these dyes are less appealing than their vibrant appearance suggests. Red food dyes are commonly found in candies, drinks, yogurts, baked goods, and even some medicines, making them difficult to avoid. One of the most well-known red dyes is carmine, also labeled as cochineal extract or natural red 4. This dye comes from crushed cochineal insects, which are dried and processed to extract the red pigment. While it's considered safe for consumption, the idea of eating insect-derived coloring is unsettling for many people. Carmine is still widely used in food, as well as in lipsticks and cosmetics. For those avoiding animal-based ingredients, synthetic alternatives like Red 40 are more common. However, Red 40 is derived from petroleum, and studies have linked it to hyperactivity in children. Some research also suggests a possible link between artificial food dyes and allergic reactions or behavioral changes in sensitive individuals. Since food dyes don't add any nutritional value, checking ingredient labels and choosing naturally colored or dye-free products can be a better option for those looking to limit artificial additives. Number 8. Canned mushrooms. Canned mushrooms may seem like a convenient alternative to fresh mushrooms, but the way they are processed might make you think twice before reaching for a can. While they are approved for consumption, the FDA allows certain levels of natural contaminants in canned foods, including insects and larvae. For canned mushrooms, the FDA permits an average of up to 20 maggots per 100 grams. These maggots are small fly larvae that can end up in the product during harvesting and processing. In addition, canned mushrooms can contain up to 75 mites per 100 grams, which are microscopic arachnids commonly found in stored food products. These numbers are considered safe for human consumption, but the idea of eating insects, even unintentionally, is unappetizing for many people. Aside from insect contamination, canned mushrooms often contain preservatives like citric acid or sulfites, which help maintain color and shelf life. Sulfites can trigger allergic reactions in some individuals, particularly those with asthma. The canning process can also reduce the mushroom's natural nutrients while affecting their texture and flavor. For a fresher, more natural option, buying fresh mushrooms and storing them properly can help retain their flavor and nutrients without the added extras found in canned varieties. Number 9. Processed bread. Store-bought bread may seem like a simple product made from flour, water, and yeast, but many brands contain unexpected additives that help improve texture, extend shelf life, and speed up production. Some of these ingredients raise concerns about both health and sourcing. One of the most surprising additives is L-cysteine, a dough conditioner that makes bread softer and easier to knead. While L-cysteine can be synthesized, it has historically been sourced from human hair and duck feathers. Hair is often collected from barbershops or salons, processed, and used in commercial baking. Though the final product is purified, the idea of consuming an ingredient derived from human hair or feathers is unsettling for many. Many commercial breads also contain high fructose corn syrup, preservatives like calcium propionate, and emulsifiers such as mono and diglycerides. These ingredients help maintain texture and prevent spoilage, but add unnecessary processing to what should be a simple food. Some brands use bleached flour, which is chemically treated to speed up aging and improve texture, but this process removes some natural nutrients. For those looking to avoid unnecessary additives, options include buying bread from local bakeries, choosing simpler ingredient lists, or baking bread at home. Number 10. Shrimp. Shrimp is one of the most popular seafood choices, but its production process has environmental, ethical, and health concerns that aren't always visible. Whether farmed or wild-caught, shrimp often comes with hidden problems that many consumers don't realize. Farmed shrimp, which makes up the majority of global shrimp production, is often raised in overcrowded conditions. To prevent disease outbreaks, shrimp farms frequently use antibiotics, some of which are banned in certain countries due to concerns about antibiotic resistance. A study by the Center for Food Safety found that some imported shrimp tested positive for antibiotic residues, raising concerns about long-term health effects. Environmental damage is another issue. Many shrimp farms in Southeast Asia and Central America have contributed to mangrove deforestation, destroying natural habitats that protect coastlines and support marine life. Additionally, farmed shrimp ponds generate pollution from waste and chemicals, which can contaminate surrounding water sources. Wild-caught shrimp has its own problems. Trawling, one of the most common fishing methods, involves dragging large nets across the ocean floor. This practice damages marine ecosystems and results in high levels of bycatch, meaning other sea creatures, including endangered species, are unintentionally caught and discarded. Choosing responsibly sourced shrimp with certifications like Marine Stewardship Council or Aquaculture Stewardship Council helps support better fishing and farming practices. Number 11. Gummy candy. Gummy candy is a childhood favorite, but its ingredient list is far from simple. While they may look colorful and fun, most gummy candies are made from processed animal byproducts, artificial additives, and excessive sugar. The main ingredient in gummy candy is gelatin, a protein derived from the boiled skin, bones, and connective tissues of cows and pigs. This gives gummies their chewy texture, but it also means they're made from processed animal parts that many people would rather not think about. The sugar content in gummies is extremely high, with some brands containing more than 50% sugar by weight. Consuming too much added sugar is linked to tooth decay, weight gain, and insulin resistance, making these treats less innocent than they appear. Some sugar-free versions replace sugar with artificial sweeteners like aspartame or sugar alcohols like sorbitol, which can cause digestive issues when eaten in large amounts. Many gummy candies also contain artificial food dyes, such as red 40, yellow 5, and blue 1, which are derived from petroleum. Some studies suggest a link between artificial food dyes and hyperactivity in children, leading some countries to ban or restrict certain dyes. For a more natural option, some brands offer gummies made with pectin, a plant-based alternative to gelatin and colored with fruit and vegetable extracts. Checking ingredient labels can help avoid unnecessary artificial additives. Number 12. Hot dogs. Hot dogs are a staple at barbecues and ballparks, but the way they're made raises concerns about quality, health, and hygiene. While they may look like simple sausages, the reality behind their production is far more complex. Most hot dogs are made from mechanically separated meat, a process where the remaining bits of meat are stripped from bones using high-pressure machines. This mixture, which often includes fat, connective tissue, and organ remnants, is then blended with fillers, preservatives, and seasonings to create the final product. One of the biggest concerns with hot dogs is the presence of sodium nitrites and nitrates, preservatives used to maintain color and prevent bacterial growth. When exposed to high heat, these compounds can form nitrosamines, which studies have linked to an increased risk of certain cancers, particularly colorectal cancer. The World Health Organization has classified processed meats, including hot dogs, as Group 1 carcinogens, meaning there is strong evidence that they contribute to cancer risk. Hot dogs are also high in sodium and saturated fats, which can contribute to high blood pressure, heart disease, and obesity when consumed frequently. Some studies have even found traces of human DNA in certain processed meat products, highlighting potential hygiene issues in factories. For those looking for alternatives, checking ingredient labels for nitrate-free options or choosing minimally processed sausages made from whole cuts of meat can be a better choice. Number 13. Chewing gum. Chewing gum may seem harmless, but its ingredients are far from natural. While it was originally made from tree sap, modern gum is a mix of synthetic rubber, plastic, and artificial additives that make it last longer and stay chewy. One of the main components of gum is gum base, which is often made from polyvinyl acetate and polyisobutylene, both of which are used in glue and tire manufacturing. Since gum base is considered a trade secret, manufacturers are not required to disclose its exact composition, leaving consumers unaware of what they're chewing. Another surprising ingredient in some chewing gum is lanolin, a waxy substance secreted from sheep's wool. It's used to keep gum soft and pliable over time. While lanolin is commonly found in skincare products, its presence in gum is something most people don't expect. Artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sorbitol, and xylitol are also common in sugar-free gums. While they reduce calorie content, some sugar alcohols can cause bloating, gas, and digestive discomfort when consumed in excess. Aspartame has been controversial due to studies examining its potential effects on neurological health, though regulatory agencies still consider it safe in moderate amounts. For those looking to avoid synthetic additives, some brands offer natural gums made from chicle, a tree sap, and sweetened with real sugar or plant-based alternatives. Number 14. Energy drinks. Energy drinks promise a quick boost, but their ingredient list raises concerns about long-term health effects. These drinks are packed with caffeine, sugar, and artificial additives, creating a temporary sense of alertness that often comes with unwanted side effects. One of the biggest concerns is excessive caffeine levels. Some energy drinks contain up to 300 milligrams of caffeine per can, which is nearly 3 times the amount in a cup of coffee. Consuming too much caffeine can lead to jitters, increased heart rate, high blood pressure, and difficulty sleeping. For teenagers and individuals sensitive to caffeine, these effects can be even more pronounced. Many energy drinks are also loaded with sugar, with some brands containing over 50 grams per can, more than the daily recommended limit. High sugar intake has been linked to weight gain, insulin resistance, and an increased risk of type 2 diabetes. Even sugar-free versions contain artificial sweeteners like aspartame or sucralose, which have been debated for their potential health impacts. Other ingredients, such as taurine, guarana, and B vitamins, are commonly added to enhance the energy-boosting effect. While these compounds occur naturally in some foods, their high concentrations in energy drinks haven't been extensively studied. The American Academy of Pediatrics advises that children and teens should completely avoid energy drinks due to the risks they pose to developing bodies. For a safer energy boost, options like coffee, green tea, or naturally infused water provide caffeine without the excessive sugar and artificial additives. Number 15. Fish sticks. Fish sticks are a quick and convenient meal, but their production process raises concerns about both nutrition and sourcing. While they may seem like a simple seafood option, the reality is that many brands use low-quality fish, excessive processing, and unhealthy additives to create the final product. Many fish sticks are made from minced fish rather than whole fillets, meaning they often contain a mix of fish trimmings, fillers, and stabilizers. Commonly used fish species include pollock and hake, which are abundant but don't offer the same nutritional value as fresh fish. In some cases, brands use fish from poorly regulated fisheries, where overfishing and unsustainable practices contribute to environmental damage. The breading and frying process adds another layer of concern. Most fish sticks are pre-fried in unhealthy vegetable oils, increasing their trans fat and saturated fat content. A single serving can contain high levels of sodium, making them a less than ideal choice for heart health. Some brands also include preservatives like sodium tripolyphosphate, which helps fish retain moisture but has been linked to digestive issues in high amounts. Checking labels for whole fish fillets and minimal additives can help ensure a healthier choice, or opting for fresh fish prepared at home provides more control over ingredients. That's it for now. 15 everyday products that should be aware of. Thanks for watching. If this list made you rethink your grocery choices, let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on more eye-opening content. See you in the next one.